Hey Virgo. This month, I don't want to give you too many words. This fellow earth sign month of Taurus, this May month, there's a lot of focus going on your end, I feel. A lot of focus, a lot of hard work, and a lot of understanding, maybe dedication towards what it is that you are wanting in the long run, or what traditions you're questioning, or how you want to lead, or all of it. You're finding this independent yet generous side of yourself that is always there, but it's much more, you're much more aware of it. You're much more aware of your presence. You're much more aware of what that holds for you. You're much more aware of how much more vocal you are. So even though I don't want to say a lot to you, you may be way more vocal in your life, especially about the shit you've been given, possibly. The shit end of things that you've been given, possibly. That maybe it just doesn't work for you. Maybe you're renegotiating something. It's very clear that you are ready to say something or speak up about something in your life. And I do feel like for some of you, this is about anyone in your life who has treated you some type of way, and you're kind of just in this very fixed mode of like, yeah, you may be a mutable sign. Cool. And it's okay to have structure. It's okay to not be so flexible with everybody. I think that, and with yourself sometimes, I think that's what can skew you of being and seeing how certain things continue to happen is because you're actually not being maybe harsher. And when you speak, it's clearing up any doubts you may have had. Anything that just doesn't have the value, isn't necessary. You're starting to, in a way, justify what's happening with you. And before you do with anyone who just doesn't understand where you're at right now, don't. What if Virgo just didn't justify the things that are bettering themselves? Why do you have to justify that? Maybe there's people in your life that are overbearing and they kind of think that you should tell them, and why don't they know, and why do you hold back with them, or whatever it is. And you're just kind of like, at this time, you're like, I don't know how to say this without showing it to you. Why don't you just pay attention on how I am now? Maybe I'm not making the same decisions. Maybe you're not making the same decisions. Maybe there's a huge change in how you decide to speak to, like you're speaking in a way that they're not used to, and it's still maturing on you perhaps, which is both of the pages here. And it could be you're still kind of trying those things on, although you sound very mature in it. It's maybe how you're being seen as the pages. And the Death card, once the Scorpio full moon comes up, I think you'll feel really certain about what Aries season has done for you and what it's done for your worth, what it's done for setting the structure up. Mars is also in Pisces, which is opposite of you. We'll get more into that into the second part, which will be in a Patreon link below, by the way. This is the security in yourself. Like, Virgo is very much a person that you could do everything yourself, but for some reason you're always involved in a space where you need to communicate with others. It's also about other people. And I think what you're communicating to yourself right now, and the way that you're communicating to others right now, is very much this role of, I'm here to work with you, and I can work with you, and I'm using my voice more now, but I'm still not afraid of doing shit on my own. You may find that you even might bring in more money or more security the more that you do stuff on your own, the more that you allow yourself to experience this really real communication style with not only yourself, with however you work, but also with the structure of God or tradition or religion, with how you choose to communicate in terms of action, what that looks like, how you also receive things. It's all encompassed, even though it's the yin and the yang, or yin and yang. There's something that you understand that's very nuanced with both of those things. That the in between part, that middle part that some want to attain, comes very natural to you. It's just how you decide to use it, how you decide to speak about it, how you decide to receive that information in your life. It's not something you can always explain. And I think what you're getting over is this version of you that feels like you need to justify or explain. But there are some people who are really close to you in your life that will listen. And regardless if you find them to be important in your life, just talk to them. Just talk to those people about it. Have them understand. Have them hold you accountable, because they may. And also reflect on what Aries season has done for you and continue to go for it, because it's such a tendency in Taurus season to either pull back into ways that no longer serve us, or to really move forward and take those hard steps, but one step at a time. And then Gemini season comes around into a whirlwind, and it's like, a sign also ruled by Mercury. It's just time for you to wake up to this idea that you can't always assume other people know what you want or what you're worth. Sometimes you just have to stand up in it and say, I may have done this before. I'm not doing anymore. I'm not putting up with this anymore. All of those things go hand in hand. What you are doing by saying those things is seeing either responses or reactions in whomever's around you, whoever you're saying it to. It's really important that you not hold back in those ways, especially to the people who really need to hear it. I don't think they're really close with you, but they might work closely with you, because this is going to continue to play out for the next 6 months, especially be very abrasively strong theme in the next week or so. And with Pluto also being in retrograde, that's also a very transformative time. We'll get to that in the second part. I guess overall, it's actions do speak louder than words, but your words are really also important right now for you to communicate. Okay, Virgo? All right. I'll see you in the second part, and all information to work with me one-on-one is below.